Hey crafters, Big D here. And if you've been following my Instagram the last month or so, you know I've been doing a lot of orc stuff. I'm building an orc army. I'm real happy with the Death Skulls. I'm happy with the way they're coming out. I really love the lore. I really love the look. I love the paint job. I love the figures. It's just been a lot of fun. Uh, the orcs were what I decided to add for my, new year, new army for 2020, and I am absolutely loving painting. And I keep looking down because I've got 30 orc boys right here that I'm in the midst of painting as of when this video comes out. So I'm loving how it comes out. I love how ramshackle their stuff looks. I love how crazy and beautiful these sculpts are, how silly they are. Um, Orcs are great. They're absolutely great. Such a great faction. Fun to play, fun to build, fun to paint. Um, Orcs are awesome. I love my Space Wolves. My Orcs are a really close second. Um, I know earlier I had been talking about in some of my live streams how much I was a little disappointed in the Saga of the Beast. I still haven't bought one, but I've been reflecting on it, and I realized Saga of the Beast is actually a really great box. Um, it's not what I'm looking for my armies, and that's in the end why I was disappointed. But the reality is, after really looking at it and going over it and going what's in the box, it's a great value. It's a great box. So I don't know. Maybe I will end up getting it once the quarantine is gone. But in the meantime, I've been focusing on other parts of my Death Skulls Orcs army. So lots of blue because they're lucky. That being said, I thought this week we do something a little different. I've been working on some terrain, as you guys know, and I've got a tutorial coming on how to build this terrain coming soon. But I thought we'd look at the piece of Games Workshop terrain that inspired it. So we're going to take a look at the actual unit according to the rules, now that it's got updated rules in Saga the Beast, as well as unboxing, because I want to give a shout out to my guy, Commodore, a man who is like family to me, and I love him like a brother. Um, my birthday is coming up very soon. And for my birthday, he actually went out and bought me and gifted me a Mekboy Workshop. So let's check the rule book, and then we're going to hit the table and unbox it. Okay, so let's start off by me prefacing this whole talk with I'm talking as a narrative slash fluff player. I love the fluff. I love the lore. I love narrative games. Yeah, I like competitive, but sometimes you need to have that fun fluffiness in there. I still believe honestly that if you're playing Goths, knobs should be considered troops, but hey, that's a discussion for another day. Um, so let's talk about the reality of the scrapyard, or I'm sorry, the Mekboy Workshop. When it originally came out, it lets you pull a vehicle into it and get a modification to it, and you could do this once around a one vehicle, 80 points. Um, Realistically, you're going to get three vehicles modified, probably. And whatever one you really needed that thing, you're getting it round one. Underwhelming, but it was still a cool piece of terrain. So, and since we are a terrain channel first and foremost, um, that's all right. It's a cool looking piece of terrain. I'm really excited to look at this thing with you guys. Now, recently, Saga the Beast came out, and they changed how the rules for it work. I think it's a lot cooler now. So now you spend the 80 points, you get to apply a custom job to one vehicle in your unit. For an additional command point, you can do it to another vehicle. Since it's happening ahead of battle, you could do it for as many of your vehicles as you want. That's pretty cool. Getting the one for free and then one for each additional command point considering orcs are command point hogs that they will use the heck out of them. I don't know how many units I do it to, but I definitely would think about it, especially if I had some of the vehicles that have some really good mods. I know for playing for fun, now that I have a Mekboy Workshop, I will be using it in every army list I have. So I will get at least one, maybe two, maybe three. It's still pretty cool. So let's just take a quick peek at it. So the custom jobs. Orc mechs are true tinkers, experimenters, constantly hammering, riveting, and welding away at hunks of metal, scraps of old machinery, and just about everything else they can get their hands on. Their efforts are an endless exercise of trial and error, and the results never mean anything good for their foes. So, as I said, if your army includes one or more Mekboy Workshop units, you can give one of the following custom jobs to Orc unit from your army. In addition, you can take custom jobs using the custom job stratagem. It's 1 point to take that stratagem. All the custom jobs you include must be different and be given to different units. Now that's key. You can't give the same custom job to different units. And so it really matters what ones you're going to use. Now, you take a quick peek at them. Some of them didn't matter. I mean, you got the sizzly rivets for the custom booster blaster. You got the corkscrew for the mega scrap jack. Um, one for the rocket truck. One for you can use for any speed freaks, or a battle wagon, gun wagon, bone breaker, or a truck unit. Um, Another one for the boomdaka snaz wagon. Death Killer War Trike, that's one. Um, a battle wagon, a bone breaker, a gun wagon. One for a shock jump dragster. One for a battle wagon, bone breaker, gun wagon again. Killicans, Death Dreads, Morkanaut, Gorkanaut. They're all pretty cool. Some of them are straight up weapon replacements. Um, some of them are actually stat modifications. Uh, they're all pretty cool. Model with a grab and claw only. Now, I'm going to have to look into that because the only vehicle I know of with a grab and claw is the, as far as I know, it's a Death Killer War Trike. So I'd have to look and see. I'm going to have to look and see what other vehicles have the the grab and claw. So I'll have to look into that because that actually looks kind of neat because that's each time they have fights, you can make a single attack with it. You know, I think I want to say one of the wagons can take it too. So so yeah, there's a bunch of new, and the way to look at it is you're spending 80 points for a you're spending 80 points to get a piece of a relic, but it's a vehicle only relic. And then you can spend additional points, one for basically more relics for each of your vehicles. So that's actually not a bad deal. Again, I don't think you're going to see anything like this show up in competitive play, but I gotta say, for narrative play and for fun play, that'd be kind of neat. Actually, a cheap way to add, in essence, shiny gubbins for every single one of your vehicles. Um, I mean, I play guard as well, and I'd love to be able to buy a 1-for-1 for more stuff for my guard. Um, so that's not bad for 80 points. Basically, the ability to buy for cheap a bunch of extra abilities. So that's pretty cool. Again, I don't know if it's competitive, but I can definitely see, especially seeing as that my army has one unit of knob bikers, one unit of regular bikers, at least one truck, one battle wagon, probably have 2 or 3 trucks at the end. But I know at least as of right now, I have one truck, one battle wagon. I have a shock jump dragster and a custom booster blaster. as well as I will have a trio of Def Dreads, and I've got 6 killer cans. So that'll be interesting to see. I want to get a Stompa really bad. I want to get a Gorkanaut or a Morkanaut, maybe both, eventually, sometime down the road. I'd love to actually. There's something about orcs, and I'm going to say this now, and I think every orc player would agree with me. You can never have enough orc units. You can just having the ability to just pull anything out and go, yeah, I'm going to play with this. What the hell is that? And I don't know, but it's awesome. I mean, there's something about orc units that just make you want to get everything and anything so you can pull anything out. I really want to get a couple of the jets. Really want to get a couple of the jets. They just look fun to play with. They look fun to build and paint too. So, I mean, that really is the joy of orcs. They are fun. It is a fun army. So I think the workshop is a fun addition to the army. So, and I think the rules for it are pretty cool too. So let's stop talking and stop looking at me, and let's go get that box and open it up and take a look at what's inside.
And here we have the box. You know, it's a great looking kit. I'm going to tell you right now though, this paint job's got way too much yellow and red on it. Mine's going to be blue, nice and blue. So let's see what we have in the box. Wait a minute. Oh, Commodore. I was talking about wanting to face his imperial fists. And this is a gauntlet. I'm not throwing any brushes today though. Alright, so we got our basic instructions. Doesn't look too complicated, although it's not bad compared to some of their other instructions lately, and it's got the original rules in here, so pretty cool. So it comes in, let's see, first thing of terrain. I got the Speed Freaks box. I think it has this sprue in the Speed Freaks box, and this sprue is also in the Speed Freaks box. So 2 sprues, and this is just scatter terrain. And now here we get to the original stuff. This is 2 sprues of the actual Mekboy Workshop itself. 4 sprues of stuff, 2 sprues of scatter terrain, which I've already started painting the stuff from the Speed Freaks box. So this stuff is actually pretty cool. It's really good terrain. It's just nice scatter terrain. It made really thematic for the board. Again, I'm making mine specifically to get it all done in time for Armies on Parade. And we got the workshop, which I think is just specifically considered that middle piece there. That's actually a lot of plastic for a simple piece. That's going to be kind of a big piece of terrain. So, looking at the initial pictures, yeah, this is nice. I mean, it's sturdy, like all orc things should be. The piece itself looks like it goes together pretty well. The instructions are very clear, as opposed to how disappointing I found the recent truck rules or instructions, and how slightly confusing the instructions were for the Def Dread. These are surprisingly clear and numbered, which the other ones weren't, so that's cool. This should be pretty easy to put together. Oh, there's a bunch of do-not glue parts. So this is modular, like it'll move around and shift. Oh, that's gonna be heckin' lots of fun. It looks like the claw part that's on top here actually has a big enough spindle that it'll be actually able to spin on the actual piece. And this part here, this actually will be able to traverse up and down on that rail. So if you want, you can actually make it move. We'll see. So yeah, that is the Mekboy Workshop. A lot of fun. Little piece of terrain to really flavor up your works. When I do my Armies on Parade board, it's definitely going to be featuring prominently on there. Do I think it's worth it? Yeah, absolutely. I think everything Orky is worth it. Do I think it'll be worth it for my army? Yes. I think for the flavor and for what I'm trying to do for my army, this is a great addition. So, I want to say thank you to the Commodore specifically for this birthday present. He actually came out and during this time of crisis and hobby isolation and came by my house to actually drop it off. And so we're both going to die of coronavirus now. No, we're both fine. We're both been isolating really well. We're both smart about it. So it was great. It was good seeing him. And his girlfriend, my niece Phoenix. It was good to see both of them. And it was really great to have some time to visit with them and just talk Warhammer and just talk about family fun and trying to shelter in hobby. So, thank you for all of you being with me today. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you to all those that come by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram. Check out Lady Dragon on Instagram. We keep coming back because you guys keep letting us. So thanks so much. Remember, this is a game. It's supposed to be fun. Enjoy it. Do fun things. Enjoy your hobby. Shelter in your hobby.